Hi, everybody, and welcome to SunBurst Tarot, where today I want to take a look into, it seems as though the Epstein files are about to release, and I want to take a look at, well, not what's in them. I think we all pretty much know what's in them is going to be bad, but I want to take a look at kind of this fallout that potentially will come from them coming out. What can we prepare for? What can we know? What are things that are going to be done? And we can see what we can see from there. But first things first, reminder, everything that I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all, just my opinion, psychic downloads and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So with that, let's take a look into what's this general energy feeling like. Epstein files are about to get released out to the whole world. Emails are already starting to get leaked out. So the full files getting leaked out. We're going to be having to look at people, places, and or things very, very differently. The Hanged Man, we have to look at life. We have to look at people very, very differently. Why is this? Because the Empress upright. Our bountiful harvest, our money, our families, our people. How are these Epstein files? We're going to have to take a look at some of the largest people on the stage. Why? Because of how they've gained their access, their money, people. Also, there seems to be a prominent woman who is going to be exposed in these files that I don't know if we're all expecting who this prominent woman is. Could be a couple. So the material influence here as well with the Emperor reverse. Someone is falling off their throne. This is going to be someone who's going to be trying to push their power around in whatever way they possibly can to make it seem like distract, deflect, deny. What this seems like to me is I'm going to try and push my power to get people talking about other things rather than the files themselves, because the hopes and fears that whoever this is, or I should say a lot of people, it seems like, are wanting to go into hiding. There's a lot of major players that are going to want to go into hiding after this, because the unseen obstacle is a good luck, good opportunity. This is a windfall, money, people, places, things are about to get boom exposed, because the negative influence here with the world, it's like the world is cracking. This is the haunted mansion ghost. I like to see this as when the finger is pointing at other people. When it's upright, it's like it's you. Here, when it's reversed, it's like the mirrors are cracking, the ghosts are fading, the illusions are not there, and what we see is just reality in the 3D, what's right in front of us. We can't hide it anymore. Because what's going for the situation? There's gonna be a lot of people sitting on their knees. This is death. This is external change, bringing new things to light. Some people are going to be on their knees and trying to flee, because also here in the background, I see these two trees. It's two sides, but in the back of it is this full moon that is rising in the back. And I want to say the secrets of both sides will be kind of talked about, because here in the past, this is all kind of roomy. This could be a religion. This could be the government. What I'm getting drawn to here is that there's a religion, a really ancient religion. I think it's and I'm not sure, and I'm not saying like this is like one religion over another, or one's bad, one's good, but there's a religion that I'm getting drawn to. I think it starts with a Z. Excuse me. It starts with a Z. And it's like, it's one of the oldest religions, still practicing religions. And I don't know why I'm keep getting drawn to like this religion. It's still practiced in the Middle East, I believe. It's not like a major one, but like that's what I'm getting from this card here. Like whatever is going on, this all has to deal or kind of come together with ancient religions, ancient religions that are still practiced to this day that just aren't being brought to the forefront. Because here in the future, there's going to be a lot of lies, there's a lot of deceit, and there's a lot of deception. People are going to be trying to throw things all over the place when it comes to these Epstein files that I'm getting released. Because what I get is that this is a very truly religious, upper echelon, elite type of organization. Like, that's what I really get what this is. Because again, here in the future, the Magician reversal, there's a lot of lies, a lot of deceit, a lot of look over here instead of over there type of energy. Because people are going to want to flee. People are going to want to go into hiding with this whole thing. I'm also, at the end of this video, I'm going to link my World Elite Cult falling down. It feels like this is definitely a part of it. So I want to take a look. How is the United States government, how are the branches going to essentially work? Like, how are they going to feel? So I want to take a look at the legislative branch, which is our Supreme Court and House. And then I want to take a look at the executive branch, which is the president. And then I also want to take a look at the judicial branch, which is the Supreme Court. It's their system of checks and balances. So let's take a look here at the legislative branch. How are they kind of feeling about the Epstein files being released? Four of Cups. This is something that we've struggling here. I've had some issues with my teeth, which has been odd, but Four of Cups reversed. Again, this is something that we haven't been able to ignore, or we've tried ignoring, and now we can't ignore it anymore. Why? Because of the kids. Because of kids, because of offers, because of the young energy that's all around this. Because from material influence, we've been trying to say one thing and then doing another. We've been trying to bog things down. Also, with the Page of Swords reversed too, I'm getting that there's a lot of like red tape that we've been trying to put things through here with the legislative branch. There's a lot of red tape with like from a material influence, and they've cut through the red tape now, because the hopes and fears, there's a sense of like, we want to be victorious, we want to be rising above, we want to be the victors in whatever way that this is. The unseen obstacle, though, people are getting ready to fight. They're getting ready to fight. We're getting ready for war. We're getting ready. Like, it feels like whatever is coming down the pipeline in the legislative branch, there's a giant war about to go down within these two, within the Senate and the House, it seems like. Whether this is a fight for truth or something along those lines, it does seem like there's more communication. There's going to be a lot more people, a fight for the truth, because the negative influence here is that we've tried this time and time and time again. This is like the repeating of cycles. What's happened in the past is what's going on in the present, right? We're trying the same old cycles over and over and over again. Like, this is a cycle that's been going on for decades, for millennia, for centuries. And so it was always going to happen. That's how it feels like. This was bound to happen, because what's going for them? The hopes, dreams, wishes, but also this is with kids. This is dreams. Things from the past. Like, this is all about the kids at the end of the day, and this is going to blow a lot of people's mind, because here in the past, they had to be strong in their convictions, strong in where they were going. And then here in the future, now they will reap what they've sown. They get to have their bountiful harvest, things that they've tried putting time, money, and effort into. Those things are going to be coming up roses. Things that maybe you put money into that maybe say weren't good, won't come up good. But there's a bountiful harvest here coming up with this, for the legislative branch of things are going well, because it's been a gosh darn battle. A lot of people have been fighting over resources, how to get things. It's been a lot of people who have been having to get beaten down. There's been a lot of backstabbing. I feel like there's also been a lot of back end blackmail as well. That's kind of been really kind of shifting and trying to get people to vote this way, not vote that way. And that's what it kind of feels like when it comes to the Epstein files. There's a lot of moving parts here. So we will see. Okay, so how does the judicial branch kind of feel about the Epstein files? So these are all of our Supreme Court justices. How are they kind of feeling about the Epstein files right now? and the Epstein files being released, the judicial branch. Let's take a look. Our hard work didn't pay off. Why is this? Because things are moving forward. Ooh, shucks. So when I'm looking at the judicial branch, there is something here where it's like our hard work to put something together or not put something together did not work. Our hard work didn't pay off. Why? Because the Epstein files moved forward. I don't know what was going on in the judicial branch, if they were trying to like stall something, not have something come out, because it seems like whatever efforts that they put in to do so did not work out because things started moving forward. Because from a material influence, we don't need to fight about this. This is like all about peace, but this is also internal strife, internal fighting. This isn't like the justices themselves are fighting it. This is like from a moral and ethics standpoint. It's like, can you have peace with your soul moving forward? Because from the hopes and fears here, I don't know what's going on with the Supreme Court justices and with the Epstein files, but what I'm seeing is like, we got to disconnect from everything. Our hope is we want to be disconnected from this whole mess. Don't bring us into it. This is like, we don't want to be a part of this. Don't make us make decisions that we don't really want to. They're just like, leave us out of it. Our hands want to be out of it. However, the unseen obstacle, the Three of Wands reversed. They're going to have to rethink this whole direction, the decisions, things that were going on. Also, whatever third part, again, they're going to get drawn into this whole situation, even though they don't want to. It's like, just keep it between the two parties, just keep it between the legislative branch and the executive branch. But it does seem as though they're going to have to get drawn into this third party situation. They have to break the tiebreaker and whatever is going on, because the negative influence here is that they have to break free from the binds that tie them, from the negativity. Our eyes wide shut, our triangle people, our cults, things of that nature. It does seem like they are having to escape this. And it seems like, even though things may seem a little bit different, a little bit this way, a little bit that way, the justices are going to have to break free from this negativity, toxicity. And I see if they don't oh boy, whatever is coming out, whatever is being like this whole tiebreaker thing, like, it's pretty damn clear from a rules and laws that the decision that they are going to have to make has to follow the laws that are sure up to interpretation, but there's not a lot of loopholes or logical fallacies to vote one way that I feel like a lot of people want them to vote, instead of the way that they're going to have to vote, because they have to follow the laws. And if they don't, it's not going to be pretty for them. I see people will start going after justices. Because that's not being part of the law. You are not above the law. You are just what I'm seeing is you are the rule keepers to the law. And if you can't keep to the rules of the law at the highest of levels, then there's issues. Because what's going for the Supreme Court justices, they're the ones who's got to leak the tea. They're the ones who have to release the information. It does seem as though when it comes to these files, there's more coming out, but the justices, the judicial branch itself, as a major key player in it all coming out. Because here in the past, they're not in a happy family. They aren't a part of this whole kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. And here in the future, they're just trying to avoid disaster for themselves. I feel like for the Supreme Court and judicial branch, it's kind of like, we got to save our own asses, because here they're going to be the deciding factor and the force behind a lot of this stuff, in my opinion. And they have a much more heavy-handedness to the release of the Epstein files. And I even see the follow-up to the Epstein files, Like, judicial branch is kind of quaking in their boots because they have people with money telling them one thing, but then they have the law telling them another, and the people who will not be happy with them. So, okay. So how's the executive branch then feeling? So this is the president as well as the cabinet. So let's take a look. How is the executive branch feeling about the Epstein files being released? How are they feeling? How are they feeling? So let's take a look. Oh boy. Wistful thinking upon the past. Why? Because of our hard work that we've put into with kids. Wistful thinking about past memories, things that we've been doing. Why is this? Because of the hard work that we've put in. From a material influence, they're very unhappy because whatever offers, whatever things that they tried doing aren't working. Because the negative influence or the hopes and fears here, the hope is that they're trying to like flip the script with the Four of Wands reversed here as well. I do see this as the home, the family, the foundation, but this is also divorces. This is separations. That's the exact, they want to separate themselves from everything going on with the Epstein files. And they're not happy that I don't think they're going to be able to, because the unseen obstacle, justice is coming for their asses. Things must be balanced out because the negative influence, they are trapped. They're trapped of their own volition of what they've been doing. Because what's going for them? The Nine of Cups. You do not go to, you go straight to jail. You do not, if you pass go, you do not collect $200. Nine of Cups, you are not getting your home, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your happy desires. It's not coming because you didn't, whatever you've put out there wasn't meant for you. It's because here in the past, yeah, we're trying to come up with a new solution. What can we do moving forward? And then now here in the future, we're losing money, we're losing faith, we're losing hope with everything going on. Because here at the bottom of the deck, they may be trying to be the collectors, the keepers of all this information, but they, at the end of the day, stuff's coming out. They're gonna have to face the long arm of the law. They're gonna have to face justice. And things aren't going to be pretty. I would say the 2026 elections, midterm elections, is going to be very, very interesting. Next, I want to take a look into how does Homeland Security feel about, how does the Homeland Security kind of feel about things kind of going on with the Epstein files. And then I also take a look at the FBI as well. But I'm going to take a look at Homeland Security. How does the Homeland Security feel about the Epstein files being released? Four of Cups. They're having to realize what's kind of coming in their face. They can't ignore this anymore. Why? Because information is being told, the truth is coming out. People are like, we're gonna have to take a look at something from a higher perspective. This is like also the collective waking up, and with the collective waking up, they're gonna be like, okay, we now need to start working on things and address things that we see in front of us. Because from a material influence here, the Queen of Pentacles, if they don't, funding's gonna get cut from their programs. Also with the Queen of Pentacles reversed here, it does feel like they're really on shaky ground, Homeland Security, because the hopes and fears here is that they want to extradite themselves or extricate themselves from these situations, these people, and kind of just move on and do their own thing. However, they have a lot of information that they've gathered in their own wells and dockets that is going to start coming out. If they don't think their stuff's going to get leaked, I do feel that Homeland Security documents will get leaked, because it's like, okay, we're not playing this game no more. Because the negative influence here is the Empress card reversed. What is with the Empress card? There's funding, there's issues with the land of milk and honey, there's funding. There is a woman here, again, a powerful woman I've been seeing. So, and this woman might not be a woman. It might be someone who's gay. Like, I don't know. But like, whoever this person is, they have been all over so many different readings, because the negative influence to Homeland Security with this Empress reversed is that someone's like, I don't want to give up the goods. I don't got anything to give up here, because what's going for them? They're about ready to protect the homeland, protect the family, the foundation, the village behind them, coming into union. Because here in the past, we've known about where dirty wands are going all over town, and here in the future, they're going to be sitting in the power. They're trying to, at least, or trying to expose things or come into power, be leaders in some of this stuff. Because here at the bottom of the deck, how is Homeland Security feeling about Epstein files being released? This is what we've wanted all along, but we haven't been able to, it feels like, due to a lot of red tape. All right, so how's the FBI feeling about the Epstein files being released? So I think I saw a headline, and I don't know if it's true, but apparently Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, Trump, and a few other legal people went into, like, the meeting room to like discuss what the frickety frick frack to do. So I don't know, but let's take a look see here at how is the FBI feeling about the Epstein files being released potentially. Oh, this is their moment. They've been waiting for this. Why? Because it's time to come out of the dark. It's time to come out of hiding. It's time for action. It's time to put on our big boy pants and do something, because this is something that they've been waiting for a very long time. From a material influence, they got all the information. They know exactly where everybody is. They know this is the moment where it's like, okay, it's go time, everybody. It is go time. We're putting it all out there. Everyone batten down the hatches. Get ready to move. I see tactical strike teams, because the hopes and fears here is that it's all about to get exposed. That's how the FBI is feeling. All of it is getting exposed. Unseen obstacle. Things are going to be put on pause, though. I do see the unseen obstacle for the FBI is like things are going to get put on pause, and information isn't going to go out as fast as they thought it was. I see that there's a lot of delay tactics. I see that there is a lot of information when it is coming out. It is going to be kind of disjointed. Just it comes in and then it goes out. It comes in and then it goes out. There's a lot of legal issues, or I should say there's a lot of red tape, again, that people are going to keep throwing at this whole thing because they're ready to go, because the negative influence is all about finding balance, finding the right time, knowing your inner self, giving, receiving, not jumping the gun, because what's going for this whole situation, it's time to take down the bad. There's been some really nasty people. FBI is ready. I'm going to grab a clarifier for that, because this also feels like, yeah, we're ready for it. But we also got some not so good people on the inside, because here in the past, this is something that they've been waiting for a very long time. This has been a slow, steady process, and here in the future they're gonna have to take a look at things in a different light. Can I get some clarifiers on this devil, please, on what's going for the FBI and the Epstein files? Okay, yeah, this is going to be clear communication. This is announcements are coming here soon about nasties, devils, religions, cults, triangle people, eyes wide shut, whatever you want to call them. FBI knows, and they're ready to go. It is like, it's time to announce this shit. It's time to put it out there. FBI is raring and ready to go. The department is very much ready to go. So what can we as the plebs here on the bottom, like, what can we know? What's some advice? What are things that we should know, or like kind of understand as these files are going to be coming out? Like, what are things that we should do as a collective to prepare, to understand, and essentially not lose our collective shit about? So let's take a look see here. Okay, so at the center of this, there are really nasty, dark, dank people, and we're going to be learning about that. Why is this? Yep, and we're going to be learning about people who've taken their wands all over town. Again, this is what the people are going to start learning. The people are going to learn about how nasty people are. Why is this? Because of the King of Wands. Certain people, places, things have been taking their wands and using them, putting them all over town with other people, places, things to gain power, money, and the such. Because from a material influence, the power comes back to the people. Resources are going to be coming back to the people, because the hopes and fears, it's all about trying to find our tribes, our people, the people that we can talk to about certain things. I feel this is a really good time as communities coming together as well. We're also going to need to be looking at relationships as well to kind of prepare us, because the unseen obstacle right now is that a lot of people are going to feel extremely uncomfortable, and they aren't going to want to acknowledge it because it's uncomfortable, because I don't want to do this, because I don't want to see this type of reality when it's when it really is right in front of your face, and they've been telling you for years. Because the negative influence here, there's about to be a ton of like, what the frickety frick frack is going on. There's going to be communication. It's going to be back and forth with yes, no. From the public standpoint, what's going for it? This is metamorphosis. This is change. Just as there is a dark night, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And just as dark is being conquered, light will win. As here in the past, there's been somebody who's been trying to hide things with the Hermit reverse in this spread. I want to say that this is like someone's been kind of not been shining a light where it's been needed to. And we've kept a lot of secrets in the dark. And now here in the future, it's time to let go of the burdens. It's time to let go of the people, places, things that no longer serve us, that only cause us stress and anxiety. And we need to get rid of them, let go of them, and restructure and move forward. Because at the bottom of the deck, it's time for us to defend ourselves. It's time for us to be the ones who are on top. And all this nasty PR, it feels like that's going to be sent out. Don't fall for it. Follow your intuition, follow your gut, follow people that you trust, that you feel are going to be giving you the correct information, because it's going to be go time. There's going to be a lot of things going left, right, side to side that we aren't all going to know about. And I just want you to kind of just keep your head on a swivel. I know people are really tired. I know people are exhausted, and I feel like everyone here is able to, if you got somebody beside you, if they look left and you look right, and then you got two other people, one that looks forward and one that looks backwards, you know what? You got all your angles covered, right? Because here in this is all about unity. This is about protection, spiritual protection from the negative and nasty forces. Come together with your people, come together with your tribe. Why is this? Because this is just a spiral. This is just going to be a journey. This is an evolution. This is going to be the ending of things, but also the beginning of new things when the Epstein files get released. Because we're going to be shown a lot of pictures, emails, videos, tapes are going to be out there. We're going to see all the documentation, and it's going to scar a lot of people. Keep your wits about you, because the hopes and fears that this is all a part of this is happening for us, not to us. This is all part about the spiritual path, ascension, initiation, and just going on an inner quest for yourself. Because the unseen obstacle here is that there's a lot of people who you're going to have to learn to be uncomfortable. We're going to have to learn strength. We're going to have to protect one another. And that's the thing. This starts as a seed, and we get to choose if we nurture that seed of protection or we nurture that seed of self-doubt and anxiety. Because what's going for us, what the negative influences, this whole thing, there's going to be a lot of people who are be putting on a mask, who are going to be putting on a performance, who are going to be like, this isn't bothering me. But in reality, they got a PR machine behind them that's got them super, super worried. Because again, look for messages. There's going to be a lot of messages coming through. This is all about fate as well. This was always bound to happen. Now just hang on to your seats, boys and girls. It's time to strap in and get ready, because this has all been a part of the passage of life. This is always, we've always been floating down the river to this, and here in the future, it's time for spiritual awakening. It's time for enlightenment, and it's time to rise above the darkness and be the best version of you, and helping carry other people around you to be the best versions of them. There's going to be some obstacles. There's going to be people who are going to be trying to come at you and say you're wrong. There's going to be gaslighting attempts. There's going to be people who are going to be trying to tell you, no, that's not what it was. No, you didn't see that right. Stick to your guns. What you remember isn't always what you remember, is what you remember, not what somebody else is telling you. Sorry. Everyone's been through a couple narcissistic people, or you've run into some people like that. Whether you've been on the receiving end or not, there's a lot of examples out there of a narcissist prayer, right? Oh, if oh, I said that. Well, no, I didn't. Oh, if I did, well, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, if I meant it like that, oh, you just took it out of context. Oh, I didn't take it out of context. Oh, then it was your fault. Like, it's always projecting or taking the blame off of really what it was. Or just remember that, and Darvo as well. So just remember, look, acknowledge, and at the end of the day, we are the ones who remember what we see. Don't always take what somebody's saying at face value. Remember what you've seen, remember the documentations, and look at the people who you trust, who you feel like you can trust, and get good information from them. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions down below. Otherwise, I really just want to say a great big thank you to everyone who's been watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me or join YouTube members, you can do so using the links down below. Otherwise, I really just want to say a great big thank you to everyone who's been watching, and hope to see you all in the next one. So thank you, and bye.